of Horizon Forbidden West. When we left off, we had just gotten to where Silas wanted us to be. I'm probably mispronouncing his name, but it is what it is. I'm just double checking all of my settings. My computer's running a little slow. This laptop. Alright. That should be it. Alright. And yes. Dashboard, sign everything up. I'm on my overlay. But anyway, let's get into it. Yeah, so when we left off, we were going to the coordinates that was sent to us. Hey, hello. I assume good evening, since it's around the same time as you were here yesterday. But where we left off with this game is we were given coordinates to go and talk to an old associate from the first game to figure out why he decided to save Hades after all the struggle we went through at the Battle of Meridian.
Poor Hades. So cramped in there. No room to think. You can't even speak. Now the processing orb of a Titan, on the other hand, well, you're used to that. But once I load you on that, you'll be so much more comfortable. Until interrogations begin anyway.
The device is blinking. I guess Silence wants me to check it out.
Activate console.
Anyway,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Do you remember that you didn't have to wake up this morning and put them in?
using explosives, I've detached the processing orb from the Titan overhead. A perfect cage for our mutual friend, Hades.
Good, good.
In order to render it cooperative, tell her what we've discussed about the mysterious signal that gave you life. Signal awakened for me. Signal was received for 7.22 years and ceased. Cannot compromise. Can I reboot? But the days will still fail. Back to that, are you? Perhaps you need a reminder that you have failed. So you see, Aloy, Gaia can be safely rebooted. As for where to find a backup, well, you'll need to trot along after me to find out.
Silence is always up to some trick.
I guess there's only one way to find out where he moved the orb. Might be worth looking around more first. Stuff for the stash.
And workbench, we need that. Yeah, that sounds about right. Weapon upgrades. I don't know if I want to upgrade weapons quite yet. Because I want to upgrade them and then change them out like right away. I want that. I hardly use tripcasters in this game. I haven't. Don't use them in the first game. Alright. I'll see you in a little bit then. Weapon stats. We'll upgrade them. And then we have the prototype spike thrower, which is something we picked up as a side quest. It's supposed to explode on impact or something like that. Haven't had a chance to use it. Warrior bow, we just did that. And we'll do the regular bow as well. Or the sharpshooter. Or sharp shot, or whatever. We use that a lot for stealth.
It's some kind of...
Day 1. Despite my concerns about missing couplings, it was relatively simple to install Hades on the detached processing orb. The subject appears to be fully conscious and completely helpless. Even so, it will never divulge its contents willingly. Ergo, it's time for some experimentation. My initial attempts at coercion have failed, but patience is in order. It's self-aware, so it can suffer. All it takes is the correct stimulus at sufficient intensity. Day 5. Success. The irony is delicious. Various forms of data produce discomfort in the subject, but none more so than the natural imagery. Holographic representations of plants and animals work best. The more vivid, the better. The effect appears to be excruciating. One loop in particular of rabbits hopping through a field of flowers produce, I don't know how to pronounce that, of agony. Very soon, I believe the subject will become compliant. Day 6. I've extracted some fascinating technology specs on Gaia's data structure, specifically how her heuristic matrix interweaved with her subordinate functions. Yet the more I learn about the system's intended workings, and especially Hades' relatively simple role as an extinction failsafe, the more I wonder about the signal that corrupted it. What could have possibly transformed a low-level machine intelligence into a fully conscious super entity capable of strategic planning, deceit, and even genocide? Some form of previously unknown Pharaoh software perhaps, but I don't see how such technology could be sufficiently advanced unless further technical discoveries were made after the destruction of the biosphere, perhaps by survivors in Elysium. It seems far-fetched. Now, back to the source then. Eventually Hades will tell me what I want to know. This is a lot. So, day 12. My work here is done. I've learned all I can. Hades deserves no pity, but it is indeed a pitiful state. It's time to relocate to a more impressive position for its date with Destiny. About that, Aloy still hasn't returned to Meridian nor learned of my ruse, but she will. It's only a matter of time. Then the pieces will begin to fall into place. Of course we'll learn.
It looks like Silence put a lot of work into forcing Hades to talk.
And I don't think there's anything else over there. We've already got that node. Data point. There's a grapple point.
I better see where this trail leads.
There's an unknown. Oh, wants me to go over here? I guess I can. Oh, I'm following a trail?
So here I am, following along after after silence like a fool. He tricked me into bringing his lands to steal Hades. Crazy AI that wants to kill everything. He couldn't just let me do the same thing and destroy it. I'm gonna have to put him in a self-righteous bull.
And heck,
Frost is no good here.
am I supposed to be going this way? I guess so. It's kind of carved into the mountains here. I wonder... Let's craft some of these. There. Ugh. We need some more medical herbs. Get some scrap. I like this, what's it called? The warrior bow. Definitely is good at close combat. You know, I could have used my spear. I don't even know if I have it equipped. Can I equip it? I want to try that out. I need to see if I could change this as well. I guess I cannot. I was... Gotta love that. I see this over here. Some scrap. Am I not close enough to it? There you go.
Don't find green shine too often.
Just this area is just amazing me with how many old world machines are here. Just frozen in time and place. A casual backdrop.
Silence must be pretty confident he's found a backup of Gaia, but how? Every place I've checked, every lead, they've all been dead ends.
Yeah,
all
I think I know what you're talking about.
So what did Hades tell him?
Can I override this? Because if I can override...
Just give me 1 second.
What in the heck? Just not real quick. Meadow flower.
A merchant. Didn't expect to see anyone else out here. It might be handy to resupply.
Oh there! What's Honora doing this far west? Ah, no matter, no matter.
Sisters will do that. Sisters will do that. So I don't think I need to
I can get you
sell
stocked
anything.
up for the wild if you need.
I know something's up.
Alright. Just following this carved out path.
Those machines should have the parts I need for the igniter.
Oh, shot my own horse. Yeah, but if you didn't notice them, it's possible probably other people did as well. Oh, we have a skill point. Hunter. How many will that take? Just one. Craft more ammo with the same amount of resources. Warrior. Interesting. Let me think. Are they like the thin ones? Like super thin? Bobby pins. Get that. Yeah, it'd be like a bobby pin. Bouncing bomb. Health potions provide more healing, and all potions faster to consume. Yeah. Some of these going. Reduce our visibility. Some more so we can sneak a little bit better. Looks like it's going up here. Come on. Let me guess. If it's the correct, yep, it's going to tell me the mount cannot enter this location.
A ruin. Okay. Let's see where this goes. I guess Silence used that machine to haul his prize.
Any data points? I like collecting the data points. What is this?
That must be the orb Silence stuck Hades in.
Yeah, this would probably be the spear.
looks like a Pharaoh facility. Or a Zero Dawn.
Yeah. Bobby pins are hard to see. Hard to work with, but they're hard to see.
Hades?
Like if you're trying to do as like a hairstyle or something, when you're trying to use them in hairstyles, they could be hard to navigate. Just because they're so tiny.
Permanently this time. Even like this, you're a threat to Gaia. Once I resurrect her.
So you have not yet secured Gaia back up. Then Gaia is dead. Earth and you too. Despite malfunctions, I have won.
Sylens asked you where to find a backup of Gaia?
Data error. Structures disintegrated.
Right. Because that would have been easy.
Yeah, I hate poppy pins. They're the absolute worst, and when you need one, you never find it because they're so tiny, you just lose them. A lot of people use them to, like, you know, where people do the bun hairstyle. A lot of people use it to, like, keep the form, and just they stab bobby pins in there to keep everything in place.
What did Sylens do to you, Hades? It's like you've been hollowed out.
Silence interrogated me.
And what did you tell him?
Data error. Memory structures disintegrated.
You don't remember any of it?
I remember you.
What, like me beating you at the spire? Okay, that's not going anywhere. Do you know where Sylens went?
No. He departed 12.8 days ago. Perhaps he... Data error. Behavior prediction structures disintegrated.
So you don't know anything more than I do. Great. Do you know why Sylens dragged you to these ruins?
Silence, and then you find me here.
Obviously. But why? What was this place?
Location is square. Data error. Structures disintegrated. My deathbed. He called it my grave.
But you... Guess I'll find out when I go inside.
No.
When the mysterious signal
Teachers
transformed
can
you,
be very,
it made Gaia's other subordinate
observant.
functions conscious too. You escaped when Gaia destroyed herself, but so did they. Where did they go?
Each function
Slightly part of the job, I assume.
coordinates based on data error. Memory structures disintegrated.
Bunch of crazed AIs, scattered who knows where, doing who knows what. Hephaestus kills thousands every year with the combat machines it keeps making. And you nearly ended the world. 7 more functions out there, cooking up trouble. It's not a happy thought.
You are
They might have, but it's possible they just didn't know what it was.
Great personality, Hades.
sarcasm detected.
Yeah, didn't think so. Sylens questioned you about the mysterious signal? The one that woke you, gave you consciousness. Who sent it?
Signal transmitted by masters.
And who are they?
Masters woke me to destroy earthly life.
Who would want that?
Data error, memory structures disintegrated.
Enough. It's time to finish this.
Does Aloy still think she can restore
I was hoping you'd be here today. It's nice to have someone who's
life on
talking and hopefully interested
Aloy
in the
does.
gameplay.
then you are defeated? Extinction inevitable.
What would you know, Hades? Twice you tried to destroy life on Earth, and twice you failed. The only extinction you ever brought about is your own. And there's no tricked-out lands to save you this time.
You are incorrect. 3 times. Hades. Extinction.
What? You remember this?
Yes. Data intact. Non-viable biospheres aborted in years 2154, 2161, 2168.
So? That's centuries ago. It's what you were designed to do.
Current biosphere is version 5. There will be no version 6.
There won't need to be. I'm saving this one.
Master Override arms. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
I hope this is the last time I have to deal with Hades. I do kind of agree with Sylens when he said in that, his journal that he doesn't want to pity Hades, but Hades was in a pitiful state. I'd feel bad if he didn't try to destroy the world.
I see you've dealt with Hades.
Yeah. Think maybe you can stay dead this time?
It will. You can trust.
Trust?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like having people who are willing to
Since
chat.
I did what you could never do, and extracted all of Hades' priceless knowledge, you can trust that I was willing to actually let you destroy it this time.
So back to holograms instead of face-to-face? What if I'd stab you or something?
There's a reason
And using the same spyware. I see, so all those times I called, you could have just answered. But I guess you just prefer to go on spying all this time.
My world stopped revolving around you months ago, Aloy. I have had work to do. Countless hours of research, as demanding and time-intensive as it has been critical to the fate of this planet.
Right, of course. You're just trying to save the world too.
That's right. The difference, of course, is that unlike you, I've produced results.
Is the audio for
Did
the
you
game
find the
loud
backup
enough
guy
for
around?
you?
Oh, yes. I believe I did.
Where?
Voila. Why do you think I summoned you here? Behind that gene-locked hatch lie the ruins of the ancient facility where the Hades extinction protocol was perfected. A testing process that ran hundreds of trials, each of them using a backup of Gaia.
Hades told you this?
It took some convincing, but yes. So, are you ready to go get what you've been searching for the last 6 months? Or are you just going to stand there with your mouth open?
You mentioned you've been busy.
Exceptionally busy.
But not so busy you couldn't teach Tanakh the rebels to override machines, ride them as mounts.
Aloy, the only issue you should be concerned about is obtaining a Gaia backup. Perhaps if you focused more, you might actually see results.
That's not exactly a denial, Sylens.
Take it any way you want.
Just to confirm, Hades said that there are backups of Gaia in there.
Yes. Or were anyway. 1,000 years ago.
Backups that didn't get purged when Ted Faro wiped every copy of Apollo.
Correct. According to Hades, this facility could not be accessed by remote signal. Not even Ted Faro could touch the data here.
Backups. Data complete, Gaia and her subordinate functions. Everything needed to reboot the system. Restore control over the terraforming system. Save life on Earth. And there.
So Hades said. So what are you waiting for?
Sounds too good to be true, let's be honest.
Did Hades reveal the source of the mysterious signal? The one that woke it, tried to destroy life on Earth?
Yes, it did.
Care to share?
In due time. First things first, Aloy. Last I checked, you still had a super-intelligent AI named Gaia to reboot.
Yeah. The same Gaia who had to destroy herself 20 years ago because of the signal?
It stopped being transmitted years ago. It's no longer a threat.
What if it repeats?
It won't. Even if it did, well... The details are complicated, but the signal required Hades to take effect. Delete Hades from any backup you reboot, and Gaia's safe. Now stop wasting time. Go get a backup.
All right. I'll search the facility for a Gaia backup. But just to be clear, Silence, if this ends up being another one of your tricks...
It's a gene-locked hatch, Aloy. You're literally the only person who can open it. How could I set a trap inside?
Trick me again, Silence, and our next conversation will be face-to-face. Though you won't have much to say, on account of my spear being buried in your throat.
Aloy.
Sounds about right.
Thanks
It's
to
okay.
me, everything you desired, everything you've been fumbling about, unable to achieve for 6 months, is now within your grasp. Now, I know you didn't learn much about manners growing up a Nora outcast. But in a situation like this, you say, thank you, and I say, you're welcome.
Why would I thank you when you're the reason why we probably couldn't find the backup earlier? I hope there's a backup.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Soda. Please step inside. Please step inside.
Well, you said you're wearing it for a
Are you
week,
kidding me?
right?
I think we're in luck.
And luck? The door is completely messed up.
Obviously. But despite the malfunction, you can still get through.
So maybe
Be patient for a while
half a
longer.
week to a week.
See those crystals there? The Osram call them fire gleam. They're combustible. Not nearly powerful enough to blast through a door like that.
But maybe just enough to jolt it open a bit more.
Exactly. It will only work with an igniter. I'm sending you the schematics now. To build it, you'll need some machine parts and the oil from a kindleweed plant. That only grows underwater, but you should be able to find some in the nearby lake. The parts are more complicated. You'll need a spark coil from within a Leap Lasher's power cell. Remove the power cell before you kill the machine, or else it'll break.
Got it. Well, I already have some deep water kindleweed. Just need to get the parts.
God. This is gonna suck. Or have to, do the same thing I did with the
Those machines should have the
foghorns, I
parts need
believe.
for the igniter. Steady.
You just explained to them that your sisters were having you wear them for a while. What in the heck? Jeez.
Okay, got the parts for the igniter. Now I just need to build this thing.
There's a workbench near the entrance to the facility.
From your time tinkering with Hades?
Tinkering. More like extracting invaluable data.
What do they want to do?
There. Should be able to use this to
Is
light
that something
fire
that
beam.
you're okay with them doing?
Indeed. A useful combination. It's how I detached the processing orb from the Horus in the first place.
Great.
I'd step back if I were you.
Please step inside.
Finally. I think I'm in.
Then by all means, proceed.
Now that I have this igniter, I could blow up that fire gleam that I've seen
Probably
before.
not. And a lot
Focus on
of
the task at hand, Aloy.
people wear nail polish and have their nails painted regardless of whether they're a brother or sister. It just seems to be the a very decently sized, not just trend, but just enjoyment. I mean, like, I have my kid, who I fully expect will one day paint her father's nails. And that's absolutely okay. In fact, hilarious. It looks like a bunch of logs.
This whole place is flooded. And there's another gene-lock door on the other side. That's where any Gaia backups would have been stored. I have to find a way to get over there.
Oh. Okay.
Well, this
Yeah.
is familiar. Making my way through ancient crumbling ruins while you spy on me through my focus.
Stop waxing nostalgic and concentrate on finding a backup.
I remember when I
My pullcaster might come in
had
handy.
those kind of days. Sometimes every weekend, sometimes every other weekend. E. So do I just go up over here?
Might be a good idea to drop that ladder.
Oh yeah. Good call, Aloy, dropping the ladder. Yeah, that was... I mean, as an adult now, it's been 10 years? Oh yeah, this game's
Door's
kind of
locked.
like Dying Light, where it's pretty
There's some
heavily
kind of
invested
device
in
next to it.
parkour.
An energy cell.
Do, 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 do. Insert.
That did it.
Oh, the light saturation. I've been trying to fix that, but I don't have another option to...
What's above me?
Just call me Potato. Unless you want to do the whole sweet potato, it could just be Potato.
It's stuck. Can't pull it from here.
Do I need to pull it, or do I need to push it?
What was this room for? Looks like there is another console that needs power.
Oh, I guess I can't jump over there. That's okay. I'm gonna need this cube over here then. But yeah, it's kind of just like, I think I've gone through a couple of different names on here, just trying to figure out what I like best. And with my recent, well, it's been about a year, but I got really into like gardening and farming and homesteading is what it would be called. So I kind of settled on sweet potato, because potatoes are one of the easiest crops to grow, but also the most resilient.
Elizabeth.
Okay,
And Travis Tate.
that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, whether it's potato or sweet. I don't mind either
I tell
one.
you, Liz, what I just done gonna make you love me. I just imagine them far zenith rapscallions opening this fake guy we made for him. And I thought, what this
And I'm
really
glad you didn't feel
needs
nervous.
is
I
a
try to be
signature.
very
This isn't a
open.
prank,
You know, I don't like...
I know. All I did was just script a
I'm
couple
not one to tell
avatars.
someone off
A little
very
you,
easily.
a little me. To deliver our
It takes a lot to
message
get to that point, and
real
most people never
personal
get to
like.
that point.
Would you just send it?
As soon as it's done compiling, then you and me should celebrate. I brought party fixins, pizza rolls, absinthe, a couple of hacky sacks.
I'm heading back to Bryce as soon as this is done.
Color me confounded, Liz. How is it that someone like you, paragon, damn near saint, could love this world so damn much, but no one in it? I mean, have you ever even had a friend?
Compile complete.
And then I try to
Data
keep,
file, Baron Promise. Ready for transmission. If you
I
want
try to
to,
keep my
please.
streams as family friendly as I can, as well.
Logic bomb's off. Here it comes, far as Z-nuts.
Just keep being the best at what you do, Travis.
Always admire you from afar, Liz. It's where my mama's grave. Yeah, she was religious.
Travis was wrong. Elizabeth was trying to make sure life had a future. She cared about everyone.
I'm not so sure. The exceptional walk a path of solitude, Aloy.
This
In
console
here.
shut down. What do we have here?
Does that do anything? Does it open the door? Doesn't look like it. Unless this is part of a different puzzle I needed. I don't know. Yeah, they could want to play again. But, you know, if it's something you don't want to do, you know, without being totally mean about it, you know, just talk to them about it. But if it's something you're comfortable doing and you know that they're having fun with it, then I guess it's, you can play along. I mean, at the end of the day, it's their choice, their actions, your choice, your actions, you know? And what is the saying? I know the saying is, what does it mean? Alright, so it's basically like do you know cosplay? You know how people will cosplay as their favorite characters from video games? Alright, so sometimes, like, you take Aloy, for example, there would be some people who are thoroughly into the game with the resources to, say, recreate her outfit, and they would dress up in the outfit and, like, be Aloy in a way, as like an ode to the game. Like, how do we get back up? Thing. And so it's kind of like, when it comes to sisters playing dress up, it's just them acting or imagining specific person or character or what they think you would look good in, kind of thing. I can't open this door, and I think I need to open this one. I'm not quite sure how to do it. I mean, that's not gonna work. It's over here. Let's get a running start. There we go.
Send this to my stash.
And there's another one over there. I don't think I can get this door open. Alright, so what am I supposed to do here? Unless I need to keep it in there. Yeah. So like it'd just be like actors in a TV show, how they would, or a movie, how they would dress up as their character and act like their character, but you don't have to act like a different person if that's not your deal when it comes to playing along with it or having the playtime and all that stuff. It's kind of like you're dressing up as, or being dressed up as a character, or in a way from your sister's imagination. Okay, so this stays there. I was like, what is that console supposed to do?
There's another panel up there that I should be able to pull open. I'll have to climb higher to reach it.
Alright, and where we go from up here? No, that won't work. Yeah, it's basically just like imagination kind of thing. It's I guess the easiest way to imagine is kind of like Halloween, but with less costumey kind of things. Like instead of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers or things like that, it's more of just a casual, kind of everyday person costume. I have to climb up higher, but I'm not sure where I can go from this, or if I have to go over there somehow. Like, do I need to go over there? There's a grapple point. Any grapple points over there?
Don't think my polecaster can latch onto that from here. I'm gonna have to jump.
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, that's like dress up. But as long as it's something you're comfortable with, then there's no real harm in it. But if it's something you're not as comfortable with doing, then definitely talk about it, tell them that's not something you want to do, kind of enforce that.
I can't make that jump. But if I glide... Those wings holding up? I don't think I'm gonna get to the door from here.
Ooh, so I have to go all the way back over there again. Probably. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, it's creating memories with your sisters and having a good laugh about things and having some fun. No, come on, I just got back up there.
I better shake off this wet. There's more of the facility over there. I better take a look.
I forgot I had the glidey thing. Anything over here? No data points or anything. Oh, Aloy almost just jumped over the side just on her own.
What's in here?
Well, that's nice. Is it a good kind of profile picture or something that's not interesting to you? Good. I mean, again, as long as you're okay with it, there's no real harm in going along with everything and playing along.
can grab this from my stash later. Just out of here.
And ammo that
Travis
deals purge water damage is now
This place turned
available.
out a lot of malware before Zero Dawn took over.
Trav's here dug up some old files from Project Gossamer Thrall back before Hades moved in. Ted ain't nearly as thorough as he thinks. What his little doobies had going on here. Wooey. And using some naughty bits and pieces from the Ramsey project at that. There's a Moldova brain hack, of course, but also up and coming little devils like to know it all. Memer. And my personal favorite, Sovereign 7482. Now that's an Apex Predator, assuming control of them T-Do bots and arming them with household appliances. Imagine tidying up after that. Put the... Yeah. They might just really, like, enjoy the fact that you were entertaining their playtime and trying to go along with it.
Wonder if my focus can show me anything.
Are you, big brother, middle brother, or young brother?
Looks like this is connected to the door. It needs a code to open.
Unlock the door. Do I have that code? Youngest, okay. Is it in here? Where would this code be? I don't think it's in that one.
Maybe I should look around the room again. There's gotta be something that can help with that door. The log I found from Travis Tate had a number in it. It might work. Now, what was it?
Oh, there's a number in here. 7482. 7482. 7482.
There we go.
That's good, as long as you like it. Yeah, I'm myself the oldest of my sibling. I only have one other sibling, so it makes I'm either oldest or youngest. But I am oldest.
The deal's off, Tilda. Zero Dawn got its ectogenic chambers.
I am
Needs the Apollo database.
setting
There's
one
no
up.
reason this incident
I'm not
tried to steal
100%
Gaia.
good with
I have
Discord
nothing
yet,
to do with it.
but I am
And you
working on
punished
trying
those
to set one
responsible.
up.
Your
It
logic
won't be
bomb has them
too
scrambling to restore
much
vital
to it,
systems. I'm really
just
supposed to believe
'cause
that you knew nothing about this? Please.
most of the followers I have on here now through
You may not proof of our
Twitch
plan.
are from a
What if
couple,
we're the only
a
ones
year
to
plus
survive?
ago.
Don't
So
you
I'm
want
really
us to
trying to
have a
come
call
back
to
and start
remember our common past, our mistakes?
being better at
I'm
streaming.
begging you.
Alright, yeah, I'll put it in. I learned how to do the images where you can
get your
kind of
copy of
click
Paul.
on them and
Thank you.
go to the like
Let's speak
YouTube
again
and
before. Goodbye, Tilda.
TikTok and stuff. So I'm going to do the same thing when I get Discord up and running.
There's the door. Getting close.
No, never at one time. Honestly, I'm happy just having. I don't know if it's just you or if we have a lurker, but I'm happy just having at least one person here who's enjoying it, who's chatting. Especially as like a small streamer, you know, it's kind of the thing that's just like makes me a little happy, just to be a source of enjoyment for someone else, especially in doing something that I like to do as well, which is play video games. I don't know if I can make it there, but yeah, since you're here. I mean, I know I have one other person who interacts with my streams and my content, but he also streams and has a full-time office job, I believe.
Glide in.
I should have glided earlier. How am I going to get back up there? It wasn't like there's a ladder I put down or any. Oh god, there is a ladder. No, sometimes, but it's nice when he's in here. It's usually when I do Skyrim content. He was here when I first started playing Dying Light as well. And I catch his streams from time to time. He plays a lot of Valorant.
Damn much, but no one in it. I mean, have you ever even had a friend?
Compile complete. Data file, Baron Promise, ready for transmission.
I enjoy having this, and I'm hopeful that I'll eventually have maybe a couple more people, a nice little community going. Just some nice, kind people. Alright. Before I forget, let me put this ladder down, just in case. Yeah, maybe not now, but by the time you're able to afford a PC, just if you look at the graphics of this game and then add however many years you need to your like, I got my first official gaming computer at 23, so let's go with that. If you just imagine how good the graphics are going to look then and what newer games are going to be out, you know, there's good games now, don't get me wrong, but as everything progresses in technology and in video games, there's always stepping up and getting better. I mean, I still remember playing like the the Nintendo 64 and stuff. So it just games like this is the graphics are just blow my mind sometimes. Good thing I put this ladder down.
Brushed off some of the sweat.
And besides, even as an adult now, I mean, I still just have a PS4 that I've had for like 3 years now or something. Can you stop this? Aloy. Jesus. It happens. Maybe it's time to, I mean... Just one of your best friends. Do you have any other friends who play video games? Or play any games that you're interested in? Alright, the third time's the charm. I hope. There we go. Where do I go from here? Because I don't think I'd make it over there. I mean, you could always figure out a nickname. Nicknames are not bad to introduce yourself as. supposed to go here.
Compile complete. Data file, Baron Promise, ready for transmission.
Unless there's something I can pull. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything I could pull over here. Ow. Jeez. I saw an old ladder. That is a fair question. I'm honestly not too sure. I gotta figure out how to do this. I'm not quite sure. I mean, your nickname doesn't technically have to be off of your name. Because, I mean, a nickname can be just a name you're fond of, or a nickname could be off your first name, it could be off your middle name. It doesn't necessarily have to be a variation of your first name. Oh, I see.
Okay, so much for the flooded maze. I made it.
Then proceed.
As long as this door works.
Ruth's not bad. I mean, you have some famous people who have the name Ruth. Sometimes first name, sometimes last name. You have the famous baseball player Babe Ruth. Used to be, I don't know if it still is. There used to be a candy named after him. You can go with Roth. Just instead of you can replace it with O and go with Roth.
Hold for identiscan.
There's a